Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tour Talk for the week of March 8th through the 15th. We had a couple of events to talk about this week. First of all, the National Professional Fishing League holds its first event at Lake Eufaula. This is a historic start of an organization that we've been hearing about for a long time, and it did not disappoint. Great on-the-water coverage, great commentary in studio, and most importantly, some tremendous bass fishing. Congratulations to John Sukup of Oklahoma. He wins the event with a 3-day total of 53 pounds, 9 ounces. John fished a very familiar technique that we've seen quite a bit recently. A lot of this live scan, real-time electronic use to find brush piles and to fish suspending jerkbaits. Well, several different kinds of jerkbaits around these brush piles. But this is becoming something that we've seen Patrick Walters win this way. We've seen a number of other anglers win this way, using the live scope to see these fish in the brush, throw the jerkbait out, keep the bait in the strike zone, drawing those fish out. Again, congratulations on a great job by John Sukup. 53 pounds, 9 ounces to take first place. Second place is David Gaston. Gaston weighs 50 pounds, 2 ounces over the course of 3 days. Third place, Landon Tucker. Tucker had a 6-1 on the last day, but he still came up a little bit short. 48 pounds, 9 ounces for third place. Nick Provnizak finishes fourth with 46 pounds, 3 ounces. And Luis Fernandez finishes fifth with 44 pounds, 2 ounces. This is the inaugural event of this organization. And, who knows what they will become, but they put themselves out there as a national trail. They've drawn anglers from all around the country, from the West, from the East, from the Midwest, everywhere. They spread their events out so that tour pros can spend some time at home and get to these events, hold a job. It's a really neat format, I think, and I think it's going to be something that certainly we're going to enjoy following up on and watching as the season progresses. But great first event. As I said, the coverage was phenomenal. They had live coverage, cameras in the boats. They had studio coverage, really good commentary with people, with on-air guests that really know what they're talking about. And it was an overall really, really good show. As a tournament fan, I really enjoyed watching it over the course of the 3 days. We also had a Major League Fishing Big 5 Pro Circuit event at Lake Smith. And congratulations to John Cox. Now, we know that Cox is going to fish. We've already seen him in BASS Elite event. We've already seen him in, we know he's going to be fishing the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour. That gets started next week. And he missed the first Big 5 Pro Circuit event of the season because it conflicted with a BASS Elite Series event. But he was at Smith Lake, and man, did he do some damage. He wins the event going away, 62 pounds, 4 ounces, 20 fish over 4 days. And with the live coverage, it was a lot of fun to watch John fish. He just seems to be a magnet. There's all kinds of people that are taking bets on how many events he's going to win this year. And to win one this early in the season, you got to believe there's room for more. He's going to fish something in the neighborhood of between 17 and 20 professional tour events this year, and you can bet that he's going to be in the running. We're going to see his name at the top of the leader standings more than just this once. So Cox finishes first with 62.04. Second place, Spencer Sheffield. He weighs in 56 pounds, 11 ounces for 20 fish. Third place, Cody Meyer, weighed in 19 fish for 55 pounds, 8 ounces. In fourth was Kyle Cortiana. Cortiana weighed 53 pounds, 11 ounces for 20 fish. And in fifth place, Kyle Hall finishes with 53 pounds, 9 ounces for 20 fish. really solid event on Smith Lake. You could see the fish moving as the days went on. This is the time of year when there's a lot of transition taking place. And congratulations to the pros that found him and caught him and did so well. Outstanding event. Are you looking for a global action camera that won't break your bank? Check out the Tacticam Fisheye.
Oh my.
What?
Not a bad one.
A 170 degrees standard wide angle lens, plug-in option for all-day power, remote sync with your smartphone, waterproof to 30 feet, patented interchangeable lens system, all at a price that won't break your bank. Tacticam Fisheye, because that fish of a lifetime happens once in a lifetime. Well, okay, everybody, that brings us to our Bass Tour Anglers podcast Angler of the Year standings. There were some changes. We have some new people in the top 10 this week. Let's take a look and see. Well, first of all, Dakota Ibarra continues to light the world on fire. This guy is fishing and fishing and fishing. He fished in his 5th Pro Tour level event since the season started this past week at Smith Lake. He scored in the top 30, more good points, and he continues to lead our 2021 Bass Tour Anglers podcast Angler of the Year with 297 points. All right, Zach Burge makes his first appearance in the top 10 this week, and boy did he blasted in there. He moves up to second place with 212 points. Jacob Wall is in third with 201 points. Greg Hackney, who did not fish this week, falls to fourth with 192. Patrick Walters also did not fish this week. He is at 184. Cole Floyd makes his first appearance in the top 10. Cole Floyd did fish at Smith Lake. Cole Floyd now has 182 points, and he is in 6th place in the Bass Tour Anglers podcast Angler of the Year standings. Brandon McMillan has kind of been in and out this year. This week he's in. He's got 180 points, and he's in 7th overall. Bryant Smith has been in the top 10 most of the season. He is at 8th this week with 174 points. Dickie Newberry falls to 9th with 173. And Jimmy Washam makes his first top 10 appearance in 10th place with 161 points. If you're not familiar with the format of our Bass Tour Anglers podcast, Angler of the Year, we wanted to find a way to determine who is actually the best tour pro, or should I say, who's having the best season of all. And so what we did is we looked at the top tours like the Bass Pro Tour, Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour, and we looked at the BASS Elite Series, and we look at where those anglers fish. Those anglers don't just fish those tours, they fish others as well. They fish Major League Fishing Big 5 Pro Tour. They fish Major League Fishing Toyota Series events. They fish BASS Elite Series. BASS Open Series events. They fish Juan Bass events out in the West. They fish Wild West Bass out in the West. And so we have pulled these tours together, and we're also holding the National Professional Fishing League is part of our Bass Tour Anglers podcast Angler of the Year race. And it's interesting, there were several anglers, I want to say probably 10 or 15 anglers that fished that National Professional Fishing League inaugural event that we have seen. We've seen those names in other events this season, so that's pretty exciting as well. But anyway, we take a look at all those events that take place. There's 63 total throughout the year, and we're about a quarter of the way through right now, I would say. And we compile those points. We we have results for over 1,000 anglers at this point. It's pretty interesting to do this work and to see how many of these guys are out there fishing. But we want to reward the guys that fish the most. Okay? Fishing one tour is great, but we want to know who the overall pro is, and this Angler of the Year standing is helping determine that. Want to talk about a guy like Dakota Hebert. Dakota has fished 5 tour level events. He's fished Opens, he's fished Toyota Series events, he's fished Major League Fishing Pro Tours, and he's scored in all 5 of those events. Not, he hasn't won any, but good, solid money finishes in all those events, and this is why he is leading. Will be interesting to see if he can lead wire to wire this year. I would say a guy like John Cox, who's going to be fishing in the neighborhood of 20 events himself, may have a chance to make a run. And the more of these events that John fishes in, the more we should probably be seeing him move up the leaderboard. But it's going to be exciting. That is for sure. I can't wait. All right, let's take a look at next week's schedule, or this week's schedule coming up, I'm sorry. We've got a couple of events this week. We've got a Big 5 Toyota Series Southern Division. This will be the second Southern Division event of the season, taking place at the Harris Chain. Just got through talking to Dakota Hebert. He's already down there getting ready for that event. So he's going to put more points on the board this week for the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast Angler of the Year race. We also have the third BASS Elite Series event of the season coming up at Pickwick Lake. That should be a good tournament. It should be a really good tournament. And we'll be back next week to bring this information to you as we always do. Until next week, everybody, keep those life vests zipped and clipped, and we will talk to you again very soon.
It's just been dark at night.